Welcome back to Two Shit Blokes. This week we're diving into the Zac Lomax situation and what appears to be a resolution, breaking down the games from Vegas and previewing the finish of round one. We'll throw out some very early horse racing tips, have a rant or two and cover plenty more along the way. Big thanks to our sponsor, the Bloom Bar by Emily, and a big thank you to the Bella for letting us use this ridiculous podcast, for allowing us to shoot this ridiculous podcast in this wonderful studio.
I thought we'd be banned by now, but anyway, let's go.
Yeah, they do let us hear. That's nice. It shows they do not listen.
They do not listen. Not to this shit.
All right, let's get into it. Firstly, shout out to the Bloom Bar by Emily. Another order overnight, which was nice, and another one just came through today, so the orders are picking up. So if you are looking for some flowers for any cause, reason, circumstance, please shout out to the Bloom Bar by Emily. And again, free Sydney-wide delivery. People are complaining about the delivery driver, though.
Yeah,
handsy. They said serious attitude problem was some of the conversations.
Yeah, I know. Heard Mo ordered some flowers.
He did. They were delivered today to a new parents. So that was nice. So actually got to chat to the young man today, which was nice. So
Liam,
yeah, good fella.
Congratulations, Liam.
Yeah.
Two boys.
Two boys.
Will come back and haunt you in about 13 years' time.
Oh yeah, he's in a world of hurt. No, but no, and the baby's doing well, and he said the 2-year-old's adjusting to having a newborn. So can't imagine what that's like. But no. So again, the Bloom Bar by Emily, and I tell you what, that order came through yesterday afternoon and was finished up this morning. So. Emily raced out to the flower market, picked a beautiful bunch of flowers, built it all, and put it all together and
How come
delivered.
you know so much about this business?
Because
they do keep...
I do take an interest in floristry.
And your sponsors.
And our sponsors. It's important that we be in with the sponsors.
Okay. Well, I think you're doing a great job
Yeah,
with managing that sponsor. It's pretty much the only thing you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right, NRL news. We move... Oh, actually, quick shout-out. Good friend of the show, 3-time Olympian Grant Meisens, president of Paralympics Australia, flew out today with his lovely wife to go to and support the Paralympic athletes as they commence the Winter Games in Italy. So a big shout out to Grant. He's got a job ahead of him just to make sure everything runs smoothly for the Games. So good luck to all the athletes that are in Italy. Everyone's arrived safely, which is good. I know there are a few issues with some of the families, but they're all getting there, which is great. And Grant had to make some last-minute changes on his own flight to get there safely himself. But inexcusably, he's left me to look after his 2 children. So that just does not sound right at all.
I would have thought he would have left his wife at home and taken you.
I did mention that several times.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he wasn't listening or he just refused to acknowledge it.
Is this the bloke that brushed us?
He did brush
Brushed
us.
the podcast?
He's still a good friend of the show.
Good friend of the show that brushed us.
Yeah.
And made the correct decision, I
I believe so. So, again, big shout out to him and good luck to all the athletes.
And we
as they kick it
support
off.
that decision, Jason.
We do support that decision for every right reason. Yeah. So, again, good luck to everyone.
Here, man.
Nah, it's
is
just
it
me.
hot? Is it menopause?
It's just
again?
me, mate.
Jesus.
I'm on fire. All right. So, again, let's kick off NRL news. Zac Lomax. Dave, you've got nothing to say on this issue?
Yeah, like me, I've got nothing positive to say anyway.
Far out.
Well, under the agreement, he's now been taken out of the game for 2 years unless he gets approval from Parramatta. And as far as I'm concerned, I think it's the right decision. And it sounds to me like they got maybe a small heads up from the judge saying that this wasn't going to happen, it wasn't going to go in his direction.
Yeah, probably. You'd have to say so because if you that's your agreement, as in like you're saying, look, he conceded that we're done.
Yep.
After the negotiations failed.
Yep. So
and because they did lose, I think Melbourne has to pick up the check for everyone's legal fees.
Yeah, it looks like it's a $500,000 cost to the Storm.
That'd be about right for the Supreme Court.
$250,000 they've got to pay the Eels.
Yeah, you're talking about a council that would charge $10,000 to $15,000 a day, and if they've got a senior crown and a junior crown and an instructing solicitor, you're up there in the tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. They're probably talking $50,000 a day.
You would be probably, putting that
They
together.
charge you $5 for a photocopy.
Oh, they are. They get rich really
What's the Ryan Madison story, Jace?
So Ryan Madison. So for people that don't know, Zac Lomax wanted to go to Melbourne after walking away from his contract at Parramatta. He had an agreement that said, "I won't go to any other club for 3 years. However, without your approval." Melbourne reached out and said, "We want to sign him." Parramatta said no, and said, "Look, we want either Xavier Coates, Jack Howarth, or there was another name in there. So either one of those players is a player swap for us to make it happen." Parramatta again said, Melbourne said no to that. Then through the latest negotiations, it was Melbourne said, "We'll give you 200,000, we'll give you 300,000." They ended up offering $750,000 cash.
Yeah.
Parramatta said no.
They were going to take Ryan Madison.
No, but at the end they said that.
And $400,000 of his salary.
Yeah, so but then
he's on $700,000.
Yeah, so they ended up saying that, but when Ryan Madison said, "I don't want to go to Melbourne," they said, "Oh, okay, but we'll still offer you $750,000 to Para." Now Parramatta said no. So Ryan Madison, as you said, is on 700,000 plus. He's kind of on the outer at Para. But he's also now having some CTE investigation done on him from some headaches he's been getting. He's had a few concussions. He's not a team player. I don't care what anyone says. You say he's a nice bloke, maybe a nice bloke. He's not a team player. And I think that reputation's also following him. He's knocked back to go to the Storm. And if he had gone to the Storm, Melbourne would have taken on $400,000 of his salary, and then also given Parramatta $300,000 cash.
Yeah, I know, but think of it from Ryan's point of view, right? He's going to get the same money whether he stays at Parramatta or he goes down to Melbourne, right?
Yeah, but,
so what Ryan said was, "I want another year, right? On let's say 700,000, right?" And they said no, and he goes, "Well, just because he's going to struggle to get a contract next year, right?
Because he's not going to be playing much this year."
That's right, but he wasn't going to be playing down there either.
He's up against Joe Chan and Lizardi, brand new second rower, in a role that's been vacated by Katoa, who's out for the season.
But let's say his body is completely rooted, right? And he really doesn't have another year in him.
But he just wants the money.
He just wants the money, right? Or he's going, "Well, I'll just stay at Parramatta, right?
And just play
I'll
Reggie's.
live around the corner.
Play Reggie's.
And play Reggie's."
So you're saying basically he's conceded his career's over?
I would say that.
Then hang up the boots. But
mate,
again,
it's
Ryan's
business.
in it for him,
It's
mate.
business.
Ryan's always
It's
in it for
business,
him.
mate.
He wants the last paycheck. I don't know anyone, I've never heard of anyone that has knocked back the Storm to go to the Storm and be in that system of success at any point in their career.
I would say that he doesn't care.
And exactly right. So he knocked him back. So that left Zac Lomax now. So the Parramatta basically said...
Zac Lomax at Rugby Australia today.
Yeah, so Zac Lomax said, "I want..." So the Parramatta have said, sorry, I need to fix that, but Parramatta have said, "We don't want money. Like, money doesn't help us on the field. We want a player. We want to make our
representative players.
We want our club to be better for this transaction." And Melbourne wouldn't come to that party and wouldn't give him a player. So Para, rightfully so, said, "We don't want your $700,000. It doesn't help us on the field." Hats off to Para. They played this perfectly.
Yes, and they got bullied.
They did get bullied.
It doesn't look great for the way that the Storm do business, as far as I'm concerned.
No,
they're
I think
very aggressive.
Yeah, I don't care. I love that about the Storm. Mate, the Storm are built on success. It may not look good, but that's how they're a successful club. I look at how they handled it. I look at how Parramatta handled it. And I look at the Tigers handled it. I know which club is run poorly and which isn't.
Well, the Storm and the Parramatta aren't run poorly.
Exactly
the Dogs
right.
are not run poorly.
Well, Tigers are run poorly.
They are.
Mate, Terrell May and the Tigers has said, like, I was in negotiations with Shane Richardson to stay here for my whole career. He left and I haven't heard anything since.
Yeah.
They'll lose him.
Yeah.
Because they're a poorly run club.
Yep.
So, I don't mean to digress. So, I don't think it's over for Zac Lomax. I think that if a club comes along and says, "We want him, we've got this guy who Parramatta would be interested in."
Yep.
we'll do a player swap and we'll give you X amount of dollars. That'll get the deal done.
Another very well-run club is the Warriors. They're saying the same thing with Barnett.
Yeah, we didn't know that, actually. I thought they were willing to let Barnett
just
go.
let him go, and
yeah.
they're saying if you want him, you got to pay for him. So they're taking a leaf out of
Para's book. Which is funny because Parramatta's now in the front seat to buy him.
Yeah.
Because of the salary cap. They're in Brisbane.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I don't think it's over. I know Zac Lomax was at Rugby Australia now having discussions, but I don't know how many wingers they need.
Yeah, true.
Because they don't.
And they've got Marky Mark coming next year.
They've got Marky Mark coming next year. They've got Jorgensen, who's a phenomenal winger. They've got Suwali now in that team on massive money. They seem to have enough outside backs.
You would have thought that the easy option for Zach would have been to go to rugby first up, not to play around in the kiddies pool.
No, I think money.
For sure.
I think they would offer him nothing at Rugby Australia because
now they don't have to now, do they?
Well, they don't have any money to offer him either.
Yeah,
it's all tied up with Suwali.
They are broke.
So, and they've got the World Cup coming next year, which will be a windfall for them. But again, until then, so it'll be interesting what happens there with Zach. I mean, he's a great player, but he's done this to himself, as they called him. He's a perennial contract quitter, and he's paid the price.
And he's greedy.
Yeah, and they've called him out, and now, mate, $600,000 a year. $700,000 a year contract's done. You're not going to be earning that for the next 2 years.
I will say that if he was not as good a player as what he actually is, no one gave a shit. No one would have touched him with a 50-foot pole. People are fighting to get him in, especially as a Storm, because they really, really need him.
Yep.
With their outside backs.
But then that's on the Storm too to say, right, I will give you Jack Howarth. Like, we'll give you this. Like, the Storm need to also come to the party in the sense of Parramatta were adamant. We want a player. And the Storm said no. So, I'm sorry, but
I get it.
The Storm
I agree,
there,
mate. I support Parramatta 1,000%.
I love seeing it, mate. I love it. I think that, and we said about this earlier, no one's come out and spoken about Zac Lomax's mental health.
They have.
Oh, they have now.
They did. Yeah.
When did this happen? I missed it.
Oh no, Verlandy said we need to be careful because his mental health and all that. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, please.
Honestly, that did happen, and I just went,
here we go.
Back of my head.
When you don't get what you want, let's talk about their mental health.
I'm sad.
Bloody hell.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so let's move on then. Vegas, was it a success?
Now, I have some stats here, Jace.
Well, hang on. I know it definitely was a success for Karen Lodge, her and hubby Jamie went.
Yep.
And Karen sent out a wonderful photo last night of the $7,000 jackpot she won on the pokies.
Oh, well done.
So it definitely was a success for the Lodges.
I heard her liver's got issues.
Her liver. What was the quote? My liver just shit out my ass. Oh God, she's the best. Love her. All right, sorry. Yes, go the stats. Be analytical.
So, was Vegas a success? I will pretense this by I bagged the games.
You bagged it last week.
I bagged the games, right?
You bagged it last week.
But those games were very, very good. Really, really good games of football. Really entertaining games of football.
They were, man. They were always going to be. They were intent. It's game one. I don't think you'll see a bad game one.
Yeah.
Like last year, game one wasn't great with the Raiders towed up the Warriors. The Warriors didn't turn up.
They didn't. I enjoyed that. The UK game was dog shit. I watched 5 minutes of it.
But the crowd was great.
It was. I've got statistics, Jason.
I'll go through statistics.
So, firstly, 2024. Was that? Did you get a chill down your spine?
Yeah, I know.
I think there was a molester in here.
Shout out to Mo. Just walked in, dropped off some cash.
Hey, Mo. All right, so some statistics. So, attendance in 2024 was 40,746.
I was one of them. No, I was last year.
Yeah. Last year, their attendance was 45,209.
Yes, I was one.
And this year's attendance was 45,719.
Okay.
Right? But the UK portion of the people coming from England, in 2024 there was none because there was no English game, right? They got 10,000 the year you were there.
Yep.
And this year they got 12,000.
Yeah, right.
All right. So the attendance from the Australian people is down from the original year.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
So
I messaged good friend of the show, Von Sampson.
Oh, Vonnie.
I messaged Vonnie during the week because our memory came up from when we were on the set last year. and she was pregnant. We didn't know she was pregnant at the time. And I said, oh, this memory came up. This is awesome. Thanks so much again. Hope you're having a great time this time, not being pregnant. And she wrote back and said, oh, it's fantastic. Having a few drinks. It's great. And she said, the English fans are making this.
Yeah.
Like, it was so obvious in how they sing, engage, and create an atmosphere that it's great that it is now included in as part of this.
It definitely should be included. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the Australian crowds
no,
are down.
which is, and I don't mind the Australian crowd being down because of what they've embracing. Does that make sense? They're embracing the
Two of them
English.
were mega clubs, though. St George Illawarra is a big club.
Yep.
And the Dogs are a big club.
Yep.
But in saying that, Newcastle being a blue-collar area, not necessarily people are going to be able to afford to do Vegas. And obviously North Queensland, not overly known for wealth either.
And probably hard. I guess it'd be harder for them to.
Yeah.
Like
So
they're two flights, right? They'd have to fly to Brisbane.
I don't think those numbers are awful either.
No, they're
45,000, 40,000, whatever. I think those numbers are fine, right? TV ratings, 2024, 1.68 million.
Yep.
2025, 1.62 million.
Okay.
The raw numbers for this year was only 1.5 million Australian TV.
Yep.
All right. So it's a little bit down. Again, it's only 100,000, but,
But that could have been because of the games. Not big followings. Not a Brisbane, not a Penrith, not a Storm.
Canterbury.
They would.
Yeah.
But again, Knights, Cowboys.
Again, I get it, right? So viewership in the USA, right, on TV.
Yep.
Right? First year, 2024, 100,000.
Yeah.
Right? Second year, 2025, 371,000.
Okay.
And this year they had 400,000.
It actually got some mainstream press as well.
I think those numbers are great.
They're growing.
That's a good number.
That's 400,000. That's a decent number.
I found this in the Australian the other day, right? And it talks about the NRL in the Vegas betting, right? So commentary from league officials and sports media indicates wagering on these matches in the US has been underwhelming relative to American sports. Yeah. I think that's a push relative to American sports, despite the best efforts of the NRL. You're never going to get anywhere near 200 or 300 million Americans betting on the NFL. But if the NRL's saying that the betting on an Australian sport is underwhelming, then they're not getting that footprint in there.
Yeah.
But 400,000 is pretty damn good.
It's not bad.
In America, right?
It is not bad. It's not bad to have
whether there's 400,000 expats there or pommies or people who like rugby league, but I thought those stats were
they're encouraging. I'd say they're encouraging.
Yeah. I don't mind those stats. I will say that I do think that I don't like it for the start of the season, but those stats are. But I also can acknowledge that I don't think there's any other time you could do it.
No, I don't think you could. I like it. As I said, I've always liked it.
Yep.
The Tigers are there next year, so it'll be the 2026 Premiers will be playing in Vegas to open the season, and I think that's good for the game.
What a lot of shit.
Very aggressive. All right, yeah. So, I like it. I think it's great. I thought the atmosphere looked great. The only thing I don't like probably are the empty seats that you see because so many people come and go. But you can't do anything about that, right? So you
can't lock them in there.
I know. I'd like to lock them in because it just doesn't look great. But
you get that for Magic Round as well.
I know. It just is, I guess, visually. But again, mate, I think it's growing. I think it's fantastic. V'landys has said it's there to stay. And I know people might look on TV like yourself and go, oh, yeah, it's average and that. When you're over there, it's an experience. Yep. And I think if you do love your certain team and whatever, and they are in Vegas one year, if you can do it, absolutely do it because it's an experience you'll have for the rest of your life. And I mean that, like it is such a great experience to go and have.
If I'm going to America, I'm watching the NFL. Thank you. Let's move on.
Not a dickhead at all. All right, Vegas games. We had two games.
Yep.
As we said, we kicked off with the Knights beating the Cowboys 28-18. What are your thoughts?
I actually really enjoyed this game of football. I was very surprised by the attack of the Cowboys. I thought it was poor. Yeah, I was surprised by how they didn't click. I wonder a little bit if the field being a little bit 5 metres shorter affects that?
I think and I was thinking the same thing. I thought exactly what you said. They were poor. They were too many crash plays that they wanted to do, like just try and run over like a short ball to the front row, a short ball to the back rower from Reed Marnie or whether it be from Dearden.
Yep.
It got too repetitive. It got too sideways as well. The attack just needed to be straightened up and it didn't. So I do think that, yes, the field does make a difference in that it's shorter, but it doesn't make that much a difference that you keep running sideways. They needed Dearden.
You needed someone to straighten them up.
That's exactly right. They needed Dearden and Clifford just to straighten it up.
I was very disappointed in Dearden. I don't think he played very well at all.
I think losing Drinkwater, not losing him, but having him go down with that injury, then needing a needle to play, that really hurt them because he's a focal point of their attack.
Yep.
One thing I found that was really inexcusable, and I still don't understand it, they had Burns on Marju. Burns is quite a taller, more lanky winger. Burns is just...
And very good and Burns is very good in the air.
And Marju is like an Ewok size, like he's nuggety, Ram Man kind of thing. Not one bomb went to that side.
And he can't jump.
No. And they did not try once, even in that second half when they were going all attack. All they did were crash plays. At no point did they bomb to that wing, and I find that just bizarre. It's inexcusable. Like, it's an obvious weakness, and they never went after it.
Bit of stats. Missed tackles, 39 for the Knights, 41 for the Cows. That's too many for both teams. Ineffective tackles, 13 for the Knights, 18 for the Cows. They both had 12 errors each. Knights gave away more penalties, 9-6. I gotta tell you, the Cowboys have got massive issues with their defence.
28 points by the Knights is too many. They do have issues. I thought that they opened up too easily. They have lapses. So they lapsed in the first half in the first 10 minutes, and then they lapsed terribly in the second half in the first 10 minutes, and allowing 2 tries both times. So you're doing that, and then you're chasing points, and they never could chase them.
I just don't think they're enthusiastic enough.
Yeah,
I think their scramble is poor.
Yeah,
Their want to stop a try happening isn't just not there.
I thought Tamalolo was very good as a front rower. I liked what he brought, but I don't like Cohen Hess. I'd rather start Lodge. Lodge came on in the second half. I thought he was very good in terms of muscling up that middle and being quite strong.
I didn't understand. He didn't originally get picked in the side to start off with.
Yeah.
I said to you on the podcast that I reckon he'll play. I thought he came on a bit late.
He did.
The game was basically over when he came on.
It was. They had scored the 2 tries. He comes on. His play the balls were very fast and allowed the Cowboys to actually hit back with a couple of tries. I'm not saying he set them up. What I'm saying is that he had 4 guys trying to bring him down. They couldn't. And then he played the ball with those same 4 guys running back into attack, running back into defence. It made them unsettled in defence, which the Cowboys were able to take advantage of. So I don't see McIntyre or Hess as those big front rowers that can control the middle, and I think that might have to be something that Todd Payten addresses.
I totally agree with you, and I also think that Lodgy takes that intimidation factor out of the other pack.
Yeah.
Some dickhead tried to fight him. Are you serious? Please.
I think that...
He's donating their brain for that mission. Idiots.
It just was a bit... it was quite poor from... in terms of... They lost the middle. Yeah.
You'd start Lodge?
I'd start Lodge to take those really tough hit-ups in the middle and get the game going. I understand bringing him on as a from the bench as well, but don't bring him on in the second half.
No, well, if you're going to bring him on, 15 minutes before half-time.
Yeah, exactly.
First 15 minutes and then get him off.
I think he's a starting front rower. I think, mate, I've seen him play 80 in first grade, like for the Warriors. He played 80. Like, he's got.
And he looks fit.
He's got a motor from hell. Like, he can go all day, but I just don't. I think they need that. I think they need a bigger body because Cohen Hess is not that big. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Cohen Hess is quite
huge.
large, but he's not that big in the front row.
Big.
No, and Tamalolo was fantastic.
Yeah,
I thought he was great. I thought so for the game itself, I thought the Knights were very good. I really liked Kalen Ponga. Wow, he was exceptional. I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, he's good against a poor team. Yep.
Dylan Brown as a 7
He's not a 7.
I didn't like. Even there was a section in the game in the second half when the Knights had the ball kind of going into attack from about the 40, and he was telling him go left, go left, go left, but he was on the right. He didn't want the ball, and now a halfback should want the ball
all the time,
and he doesn't want it. And I think which is fine because I think he needs to play what he sees. So he obviously saw something. But I think as a halfback, you want the ball, and he didn't seem to want to take control of the game when it was quite close.
Yep. I think the Knights are a full-gazy. I don't get too carried away.
No, I'm not getting it. I'm absolutely not. I like how the Knights did turn up, though. I like what they showed. I love watching Bradman Best. I think he's an exceptional centre. So they did a lot there. Their defence has definitely improved in that game. But again, I agree with you. I think it was against a poor opposition. But, you beat who's in front of you. They turned up. They were far better.
I like Bradman Best as well a lot. I like him when he gets early ball.
Yeah.
And he rarely gets early ball.
Yeah, and that will grow. The combinations will grow, But I liked it. I thought Reid Marnie was good for his new team. I thought that was good to see. But again, just too many crash plays. I didn't like that at all. From a super coach point, I will mention it. Drinkwater got injured, so that hurt a lot of people, and so did Sharp. That hurt people. Kalen Ponga got over 100. He was incredible. Phoenix Crossan was a person I selected in my own team. I know, I'm pretty good. He was outstanding. What was his stats? He made 48 tackles and kicked a 40-20. That's great.
You're going to dislocate your shoulder to pat yourself on the back.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Dylan Lucas had 16 hit-ups and 45 tackles, so if you're looking for someone, a bit of a pod, he'd be your man. Kalen Ponga, as I mentioned, 2 try assists, 8 tackle busts and 1 line break. So there's a few good players in there. And Trey Mooney. Get on Trey Mooney. He's a $400,000 front rower. So there was some good signs there. Do you want to talk about the sin binning?
No, we'll do that in my rant.
Okay.
All
right, so we'll move on to game number 2. The Dogs and the referee 15 and the Bulldogs 14.
Yeah.
The Dragons 14.
Okay, so I'll just get through some quick stats. Completion rate, 80% to the Dogs, 88 to the Dragons. Missed tackles, 27 of the Dogs, 26 to the Dragons. That's a really good stat for both teams. They didn't miss a lot of tackles.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, right.
Ineffective tackles from the Dogs, 14, 29 to the Dragons. They need to sort that shit out. And the errors were 10-6 to the Dogs.
You talk about missed tackles. Do you think any part of that is because of no attack being thrown at you?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Like you're not missing many tackles because they're not throwing anything at you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's my issue with that game. So the penalty counter, I think you just mentioned 9-3 to the Dogs. Every 50-50 call went to the Dragons. Went to the Dogs. What do you want? Stats right. Every 50-50 went against the Dragons. Every single one.
Yep. 2
big decisions. Carraz, I haven't seen enough replays of it, but he appears to knock it on when he goes for a bomb. The Dogs pick it up. The Dragons stop playing. The Dogs race 50 metres, get tackled, play on. He, a dead set, appeared to knock that ball on.
Yep.
And then obviously the big strip, which got...
Well, I thought there's one here for the escort penalty.
Yeah, well, when you get pushed in the back, how's it an escort?
Well, the way that I saw it is he was running towards the ball. Right?
Yes.
So he didn't change his line.
No.
That's an escort.
No.
Right? For the referee to penalise him for returning back to the ball.
But when they asked for it to be reviewed, challenged,
yep,
the referee the challenge stated that the Dragons changed his line.
He didn't change
and
his
he
line.
didn't. And
No.
this is the thing. And they did not even mention kick out, pushing him in the back. And I'm thinking they had to be watching different games.
Because the thing about this is you got the fullback catching the ball, right? So the king catches the ball. His job is to get behind the king.
Yes.
Right? And to be there for the play the
Yep.
ball. So if the king catches the ball here,
Yep.
he's going to run across the face of the
Yeah.
king to get behind the ball.
Yeah.
At no point did he look at
No, he
the
didn't.
chasers.
No, I agree.
But that put him under more
It
pressure.
did. There were at least I think the Dragons have asked for 7 decisions to be explained to them.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. The Carraz knock-on's another. The strip, which was not a strip, that is if
problem-
anyone's seen that strip,
It's
is not a strip.
It's not a strip.
It is a disgraceful, disgusting call.
But it's a decision from, and don't quote me on it, I think it's David Fairley, who's part of the referees thing.
Yeah.
He wrote an email to all the clubs and all the referees saying, if you're in the process of making a tackle and you make contact with the ball, it's now a strip.
That is
That's
absolutely ridiculous. David Fairley, as a former first-grade player, should know better than that.
Don't quote me on it being David Fairley. I'm pretty sure it is.
That is the dumbest interpretation.
I
Like,
totally
seriously,
agree.
what a moron.
So
Get him on here.
So
Bring
when he tackles him, right, his arms go up, and as he's trying to get his
At
hands
speed,
back on the player,
he's trying to stop the player, and if you hit the ball, but that's a loose carry.
It's a loose carry every day of the week. It was a disgraceful decision.
It's a disgraceful decision, and again, it was one of many that went against the Dragons.
And if you see the stats, like in their entirety, the game deserved to be a draw.
Mate, I watched Willie Mason be interviewed, and Willie said, if I'm a Dragons fan, I'm absolutely filthy. And then he smiled and he goes, but as a Dogs fan. But at least he's honest, and everyone is. Everyone who has watched it said, yeah, look, yes, they got hard done by. They did. In every decision that went against them, they were hard done by.
I wonder because I'm going to go into this in a second because I'm very angry about this game, which is unusual for me to be angry about anything, right? But I wonder if the referees got absorbed into the hype that was surrounding the Bulldogs before this game. Now, if you listen to the commentary from Channel 9 and from Fox Sports,
seriously,
right,
that was so bad.
it was the most biased.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
I now understand what a Queenslander feels like watching State of Origin. Like, it was bullshit.
It was so bad.
But I wonder if the refs got brought into the hype.
I'd hope not. Like, you'd like to think they're impartial. Like, I'm sure Grant.
I'm not saying that he's not impartial. I'm saying sometimes you get wound up into the
maybe
into the hype.
yeah. I get that. Like, even you don't mean to, but it's like subconscious kind of thing. It's like it's there because Grant Atkins I thought he was a good referee. He was woeful in that game.
Dreadful.
He was absolutely inexcusably poor. He cost them the game. You can't get around that. But what I don't understand is that the NRL has not come out to address any of it.
No, they don't. They hide.
Which is really disappointing. So, and we haven't even touched on Crichton. No, so Crichton.
Well, we'll get to him in my rant.
Yeah, so okay. I'll build on that. I don't want your rant to go too long because it'll bore me. But okay, other things in that game.
I have another rant.
Other things in that game.
Yes.
Steve Crichton is in the top 5 of the NRL players right now.
Yep.
In my opinion, I think he's absolutely exceptional. He leads that team. He's everything he does has class. I'm sorry, he is just phenomenal.
He is.
The Dogs have probably the best tandem back rowers in the game with Kikau and Preston.
Yep.
The Dogs are the same team they were last year, and that's not a good thing.
No.
As in that
they're going to have the same result.
The same result, right? So if you want to get better, you need to improve. I think they're slightly worse than they were last year. I think teams will work them out. I think even though Preston scored and Kikau was amazing, I do think teams now know the short ball to Kikau, the short ball to Preston is the key play.
Calvin's got.
Yeah. The Dragons need spark, and they desperately need it, mate. They've got no attack. Gutho is... My old footy coach, John Muggleton, played for Para in the 80s in Australia. And when you're at footy training playing touch, he'd always yell out, don't worry about him, we'll pick him up later. With the ball player, mate, you've got nothing, we'll worry about you later. That's how Gutho is.
He's got no speed.
Gutho's got nothing.
He's got no speed. Kyle Atkinson.
Terrible.
Mate, it's going to be a long year. They have to bring that.
They can't. You can't do what they did last Sunday for 27 weeks straight. You can't have that intensity in defence for 27 weeks.
Mate, they're a halfback and a 5'8" away from being a very, very strong football team.
Moses Sully needed the run. He made a few errors. He's a bit big at the moment. He needs to get the exercise in the legs to trim down a bit. They need Terrell Sloan. They need the speed and the flair and the attack because they are too predictable and too slow.
Where was Sloan played, didn't he?
Nope.
Where's he?
Jim Beam Cup.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous.
That's what I mean.
Like at the end of the day, you got to put, if you want to keep Gutho on the team, you got to put him on a wing and put.
Well, someone actually said you could put him on as 5'8". Try it. And I'm
True.
like, you know what? You may as well try it and have Sloan at the back. Sloan makes teams worry about where Sloan is. Because right now, I don't see anyone in that team, when they're attacking, that you're worried about.
Yeah.
Their try scorer was their front rower and a freakish bit of almost flick-on touch footy from to the winger. It's not good enough. It's not going to do it.
It wasn't structured.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
They didn't gain numbers.
No.
It was
No, they were pretty average.
The Dogs' defence was good, but they didn't throw much at them.
Yeah. So, my favourite player, Galvin, he had 35 tackles, 2 line break assists, and did 7 kicks. I think it's of note that when the game's on the line, he doesn't kick. They don't want him
I do
kicking.
have a point about that here. When the game was on the line,
He was nowhere.
they had to bring 2 trainers onto the field to tell the half and the 5'8" how to structure the team to get them to kick the field goal. Now, I don't know what the hell's going on with these referees. There's a new rule out that you're only allowed to have 1 trainer and he's only able to talk to an injured player on the ground. Why didn't the referee penalise them in that instance?
Because he's got no... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's a penalty. They're not supposed to be on the field.
I don't know. No, I agree with that.
They got robbed. They got robbed. I just want to bring up a couple of points about the commentary.
Yeah,
because I'm a bit fuming about it.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Fox Sports.
Yes, I heard.
They have a fixation on certain players, right? It used to be Latrell Mitchell.
Yeah,
right.
It's Lockie Galvin now.
And now it's camera angles of Lockie Galvin picking his nose in the corner. Everything he does, they've got to talk him up.
Some of it was just so bad.
Here's the thing, right? A lot of people don't like Latrell because of the media exposure he got.
It's tall poppy syndrome, right?
They're doing it to this kid.
Yeah.
Right? And the problem is, this kid's not Latrell Mitchell.
He's not that
in
good,
any way,
mate.
shape, or form.
He's not a halfback.
Here's the thing, right? You've got, mate, I can't understand this. I used to really like Matty Johns.
Yeah.
Right?
Even Cooper Cronk was doing it as well. I want to know what they're seeing that we're not. I don't understand it. And I'll throw my hand up. If they were to say to me, no, this is why. And I'm be like, I never looked at it like that, right?
Yeah.
And until that day, I'm going on what I'm watching.
Yeah.
I think that's reasonable.
So Galvin goes to the line, right?
He throws a 1 metre forward pass.
Forward pass, and they go, I really like what he did there. And you go, what are you fucking talking about?
No, they scored the try off the forward pass. It was about a metre forward.
Yeah, that was the Preston one.
Yeah,
but on mistakes.
Yeah,
he throws this. Galvin can only throw a 1 metre short ball.
Yeah, he can.
9 times out of 10, Preston gets absolutely smashed.
Yeah, there was a couple of errors there.
Right? Then when he goes out the back,
it went into touch.
It went into touch. And they go, I know I made a mistake there, but...
But the other time they blamed Burton. So he throws a cutout ball to Burton out the back.
Yeah.
It goes behind Burton. Matty John goes, yeah, Burton started his run too early.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
As long as he's in front of him, he should hit him.
And I'm thinking, I don't see that myself. That's what I mean. I don't see what they're seeing.
It gets worse than that, right? So I'm watching, because I'll get to it, right? So he made a ton of mistakes, and they never said a word about his mistakes. When he puts Preston through a hole, right? It was the line he ran, not the pass that was thrown.
Yeah.
That set that try up. Then he comes off the field, right? And they're talking to the coach. And the coach praises him, right?
But what do you want the coach to do? The coach is trying to pump him up.
The coach can say he's played well, that's it, right? But he's pumped his tyres up.
He's a round peg, and they're trying to put it in a square hole.
And then you get Galvin is interviewed after the game and talks about how connected he is to or how connected all the players are. And there's rumours running around that freaking him and Burton hate each other's guts. Like,
is it?
The issue with this type of media is that it treats the fan like they're a fucking idiot.
I agree.
And it really pisses me off. Because you don't need to be a brain surgeon or an aficionado of rugby league or love it as much as we do, so you have to have your own podcast so you can...
So we get to talk shit that no one listens to.
that no one listens to, right? But they treat us like idiots. And it pisses me off.
As I said, I don't know. I'd love to know what I'm not seeing that they are. Because the halfback runs to the line and then dishes it on. I thought that's it. Every halfback I watch does that, right? they're like, oh, I love how he ran to the line and did that. It's like, that's his job. Like, that's what he should be doing.
When
know
I
every
played
halfback does.
football, and I played a bit of halfback, and I played a bit of
Clearly.
hooker, and I played a little bit of this, that, and the other, right? If I threw a pass behind a bloke who was behind me, the coach would give it to you.
I know.
They don't go, oh, I really like what he did there.
But this
What
is
a
what
load of fucking bullshit that is.
This is what I'm saying. I don't see the Dogs are what they were last year. They just seem to be not as good. Like they haven't progressed. Like Burton did his bombs.
Yep.
The kicking game was okay. Tracy didn't look as good. They've got the thing that saves them is class. They've got Crichton, Kickout, Preston. They're good players. Cherry looks slower. I just there's stuff there. I'm not saying look, and I'm saying Galvin might come on this year and be State of Origin. He might go to another level.
Well, I'd be surprised if he doesn't get picked in State of Origin because that's all they talk about. And then when he fucks everything up, they'll say how great he was. So
I agree with that part of it.
I know I sound very passionate about it, but I don't.
It's frustrating. I agree.
don't like being treated as a fool.
Yeah, and it is frustrating because I'm watching it. I'm hearing Matty Johns go, "Oh, that's Matt Burton's fault because the ball went behind him. He started his run too early." I've never been blamed or seen anyone blame the runner because they've started too early. I've seen a guy get a forward pass because he ran in front of the guy and got a forward pass, right?
That's on the runner. Right?
Yeah, right. But this was, how is it Burton's fault that the ball went behind him?
When there's a tap on for a winger, if the winger's not,
it's not that
spot on where he's supposed to do, but if he's just running in,
yeah, I'm just, I don't know.
I will say there was another area there. You got the ball went out the back to kick out, and they stripped him down the one side, right?
That's all they did in that
and
second
then
half.
They came back into the middle of the field, right? And they had the Dragon shot to shit, and the ball went to Galvin, and he didn't know where to go. Yeah. He didn't. He as a halfback, he should have caught that ball. Before he caught that ball, as they're playing the ball, he should have been scanning that defensive line, saying, "Righto, where am I going to hit? Where am I going to run?" And he just stood there in the middle and looked left and right for someone to run off him. That's not a halfback.
Can you tell me any other team, and there might be, I'm asking, where the halfback is not the primary kicker?
No, I can't.
And that's the issue for me. That the halfback who is meant to control the game, manage the game, is handing it off to someone else to kick. I just find that very unusual. Never seen it before.
I personally think the Dogs have the third worst halves pairing in the competition.
Yeah.
I think Manly's probably got the worst. I'd say St George have got the second worst, and the Dogs have got the third worst halves pairing in the competition.
Until I see him.
Bailey Haywood, he played all right in the trials. Mate, the guy's not a guy.
His service was average.
Average.
And that's what I'm saying. I think they've regressed a little bit from last year. But look, it's game one. They could turn it around next week. They've got too many good players outside of them to be not in the finals. But if teams start turning up and just going, right, we're going to belt Crichton, kick out, and Preston, they'll have nothing.
They've got nothing.
But this is what I'm saying. It's easier said than done, right?
But good defensive sides can get that done.
Yeah, 100%.
Righto. Let's move on to this week's games, Jace.
All right, so we've got the Storm, $1.48, Eels $2.66.
How good is it to have Thursday night football?
So good. I'm on the Eels. They're going to break the Storm's record of never losing under Bellamy in round one.
That's the only thing that swayed me.
I'm going the Eels.
I literally went. I had it written here that I'm going para, and then I read that. Hang on, I got it here. The last time they lost a first round game was in 2001.
So they're due. It's the 25th anniversary.
So
I was looking it in.
I've taken the Storm. Crazy Daisy has gone the Storm as well.
No, she's wrong.
Okay.
All right, Friday night,
careful.
6 p.m. We've got the Warriors $2.53, the Roosters $1.52. I'm all about the Roosters.
I'm all about the Roosters. And the reason why I say this, I just don't like Tanner Boyd in the halves.
Yeah,
and I just think that the Roosters are such a high-power, quality football team that I don't think the Warriors can go with them.
No, I agree. Unfortunately for the Warriors, I think it might be a bit of a longer season this year. I think the recruitment in their halves has not been great, and I think it's going to show them.
Crazy Daisy's taking the Warriors because they're at home.
Yeah. Okay, fair call. 8 p.m. game, Brisbane $1.70 versus the Panthers $2.16 up at Suncorp. I'm about the Broncos $1.70 only because it's at home.
We're very different. I've gone the Panthers
Well,
this week.
I'm not going to be shocked, okay? But I'm just saying because it's at home, massive crowd, Brisbane will turn up.
Can I be a bit? I'm really excited to see this game of football.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great game. I think Penrith they'll give it to them, absolutely. But I just home field advantage.
I think the Panthers have got more to play for because they're a bit bitter about last year.
It will be interesting how the Broncos are going to turn up with some of their off-field issues.
There's a bit of noise going on.
Yeah, about the off-field, like Payne's leaving and that. But they're all said, no, we're all on board. So
we're all on the bus.
Yeah,
with Ivan. We've got Ivan's bus, are they?
We've got the full support of the board. Yeah, so anyway, Brisbane for me.
Daisy's going the Broncos.
God love her. She's back in my good books.
She's back in your good books.
Saturday, we kick off with some shit. The Sharks, $1.34, and the Titans, $3.29.
Yeah,
I'm on the Titans.
I'm on the Titans as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'll say that I'm not a real fan of the Sharks. They're off season. I haven't been.
Yeah, they haven't been good at all.
Impressed at all. The new coach at the Titans is an old assistant from the Sharks.
Josh Hannay.
He'll know everything about our structure, and I think that he'll pick us apart. And I've really liked what I've seen from the Titans' style of play during the preseason. I think their scramble's been amazing. Their energy's been really good. Their line speed's been awesome. I can't help but not take the Titans.
They've got a big out. They've got a big out with Jaden Campbell.
Yeah,
it's a big out. Like, he was dynamic. And Jaden Campbell Award, like, he's dynamic. So I that concerns me, but that is not. That's
Daisy's made a mistake here. She's gone the Sharks.
Daisy, do better, mate.
Do better.
The last game on Saturday night is Manly $1.92, Raiders $1.92. Just put everything you own on the Raiders.
Do you know what I've written here? The Raiders at $1.92. It's free money.
Yeah, I know it's Fortress Brookvale, but I think Fortress Brookvale has copped a bit of a hit the last couple of years. Hasn't really been a fortress.
I don't like their halves. I don't like their front row. I don't like their. Yeah, I just don't like the.
Look, their backs. I thought this is the thing that I've been wrong so many times. I thought Cooler, being their amazing centre, I thought he did his ACL at the last game last year, but he's back playing now. That can't be right, can it? You can't do an ACL in like September.
It's 9 months.
Yeah, so he must have done something else. But he is lightning. I love watching him, but I just don't think he's going to be a threat at the moment with those halves.
Yep.
The last game, Dolphins, $1.81, Souths $2.04. I have gone Souths.
Great minds. I've gone the Rabbits as well.
Yeah.
Trey Fuller's on the bench. I don't understand this. Would you play, this is a question for you, right? Would you play the Hammer at 1, or would you dump Avero and put the Hammer in the centre and play Fuller at 1?
At the moment, I'd have the Hammer at fullback.
Right.
Because he's too good at fullback. I understand Trey Fuller is, again, a very good player, but I think either bring him on the wing or bring the Hammer on into the centres.
You can't. You got Bostock and
then I wouldn't
Cobbo,
I wouldn't be playing Trey Fuller.
Well,
the Hammer's too good at fullback. He lights him up. Mo's back.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Fuller a lot.
Yeah, I know, and everyone does, and he's a good fullback. He'd be really good in any other team, but I don't think you can replace the Hammer.
Yeah.
The Hammer's too good.
The only other thing I'll say is I'm being real impressed with the Dolphins preseason at all.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Ray's missing off the face of the earth. I don't know what's going on with Ray. Hey, Mo, find out what's going on with Ray, will you?
Yeah, can you text him?
And the crazy Daisy's gone the Dolphins.
Home field plays a big advantage, but I'm going South. All right, what's your multi?
My multi, I have...
Actually, how'd you go last week?
Let's not discuss that, Jason.
Did you get any legs up out of both multis? Any legs?
Yeah, I got one. I got Canterbury 1 head-to-head.
That's it?
That's it.
That's disgraceful. Do you know how to do a multi?
Not well.
It's embarrassing. Go.
Okay, so I've gone a same game on the Manly Raiders game.
Yeah.
I've gone a trio
Yep.
to have +2 tries, right?
Yep.
So Ruben Garrick, Sebastian Chris, and Xavier Savage
Yep.
any time.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
any one of those three has to score, and I've gone Canberra to win 1-12.
Yep.
And that's $6.50.
Okay. You sound real happy with yourself.
Oh, it's not head to head, Jace. I thought you'd be happy.
All right. So have you got another multi?
I've got a multi for all games.
Well, what are you waiting for?
So anytime Marky Mark,
Yes.
it was always going to happen.
Your man crush.
Brian To'o.
I love saying that name.
Yeah. And anytime the hammer is $8.82.
Okay.
You like that? You don't? No comments?
Well, yeah, it's great.
All
Um,
right. You're a fucking shit bloke. Birmingham. Can I have water? Why do you always hog the water?
all right. So
Can you do what you did before?
all right. So can I do my multi now that I've stopped playing bartender?
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So the multi for me, I've gone the Eels +7.5. Dalen Wateni
So
DWZ
Yep.
for the Warriors winger anytime.
Yep.
And then I've gone in the Manly game, Canberra game, like you've done, 2+ tries between these three players, which is Kalo Weeks, Tamale and Savage, the two wingers. And that's $8. Get on that now. Mo, write that down. And then I've got a same game on the South Dolphins. I'm going Alex Johnson anytime. Mate, that's money. Latrell 6+ points. Izako 6+ points. And then again, 2+ tries between Graham, the Hammer, and Cobbo, and that's at $5.
That's a good one.
That is good.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
So that's yours are like a work of art.
But mate, seriously, my brain hurts after I finish them.
It's not a big brain, is it? Really?
No, not at all. All right, so let's get into something more exciting. Horse tips.
Oh, how did you go, Jace?
I won, Dave.
Did you?
I did. So I gave
Okay.
2 tips last week. I gave Trapper John in race 9 in Melbourne. That Trapper John unfortunately did not win.
Yeah.
But then I gave Verona Rose at $5.50, race 6, number 4. I even talked up Craig Williams, how he could win on a rocking horse. I said it's a great horse, second up. Seriously, it won like it was the only horse in the race. It was a thing of beauty. It paid $5.50. So if you had $10 on it, on both tips, you're in front. You're at $35 in front.
Right.
How did yours go, Dave?
One of them won.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so one won, one lost, right?
The one that scratched out of you when you had a tantrum, Autumn Globe won.
Yeah.
When I backed it, it was $1.35.
So if you put $10 on it, and you put $10 on the other one,
Yeah.
so that's $20 outlay.
Yeah.
What did you win?
Nothing. I lost $7.
Yeah, good. Write
Yeah.
that down. That's a good tip there, mate. Doing well.
Yep, appreciate it. And the other one, which was sixes, ran third.
And what did it pay anything for a place?
Oh, I might have paid $1.05 as well.
Wow, it's impressive.
Well, I didn't back it to lose. I backed it to win.
What do you got this week? Not that anyone's going to listen, but anyway.
You know, I want to say,
No, just give
before
me a
we
tip, mate.
get...
Just
No,
give me a tip.
You don't have to be like that. All I want to say that it's very difficult to do this on a Wednesday. You don't know what the track's going to be like. You don't...
Dave,
You know, you don't have time. Really, you got about 3 minutes to do the form.
you could do it after the race and still not pick a winner.
That's true. That's true. All right, so both mine are at Melbourne.
Yep.
I've gone race 5, number 1, Salty Pearl, at $2.90.
Okay.
And I've taken on, you know how I love Pride of Jenny.
Yes.
Absolutely adore that horse. Well, I'm taking it on. I'm going the Cat. Race 7, number 1, the Cat,
Yeah.
Tom Kittens.
Yeah.
It's paying $5.50.
Did come
And
back
it-
some. Okay.
And the
Come back
only
right.
reason for that is that it came back 2 weeks ago and won handsomely, and it's a pretty good horse.
Okay.
Even though since it's had its, I think it had its nuts cut off. I think it's been good since then.
Okay. I like it. All right. So for me, I'm backing something at 220. It's embarrassing, I know.
What the fuck? No bullshit.
I am.
No, no.
Melbourne, race 9, 10 Tyrus. My favourite horse at the
Oh,
moment.
yeah, for sure.
All right, so 290 on that. And then I've gone race 9 in Sydney, This is more of just a bit of an omen bet for me. I really like the horse. Look, it's each way, 10-1, but it's linebacker.
You like that horse.
It's got good on the track. It's got a good up record, first up record, good at the distance. But again, we're doing it on a Wednesday. Has no issue for me. But yeah, but it's up against some good horses. But I just like linebacker at each way.
Jeez, you're a low bloke. Very good.
Anything from Mo? He hasn't looked. That's embarrassing.
See, it's Wednesday. You don't have a look on a Wednesday. What are you talking about?
Oh, he likes something in race 8. She's an alibi.
Right.
So it's about $3. $2.50, $2.40. But yeah. Anyway, if anyone's interested, watch 10 Tyrus and see what I'm talking about. And it's a special horse. Saying that, I'll probably break down now. All right, Dave.
The rant?
Go all your rants.
Oh, well, I've done one of them. I've gone off on Fox Sports.
Yes, okay, good.
So now this rant's about. I'm a bit annoyed. All right. So I want to know why there is. It seems to me, and I've got a bit muddled up my thinking then. I apologise. That the NRL has put in a mandate unofficially to the match review committee and the referees that depending on your stature in the game, right, you're not to put them in the bin unless it's, they can't defend it, or you don't suspend them and you don't cite them if you're a good football player.
Yes,
right?
It does seem that way.
And so, point in case, Cleary got off.
Yes.
Right?
But at least he was binned.
Yeah.
And he was also cited.
Yeah, he was.
So he had to fight it to get off.
Yeah.
Which is one thing.
Well, you look at this tackle. Now, I'm going to put this up here.
Now, you're showing me the Ponga tackle, Ponga getting tackled by Burns on the weekend,
Look at this tackle.
And
right?
Bang. For me, that seemed to get him around the neck and then not so much the jaw.
But they both hit.
Whereas I look at that one and see Cleary more hitting him in the cheekbone.
Correct.
So one didn't seem to get him as high. See, I don't think Burns to me, when I look at it, is not as bad a tackle as that one Cleary did in the trial against
your mate,
the next
greatest
West
Tiger
player
there's
of
the
all
tackle
time.
there.
Okay.
His shoulder has missed his head. This is Burns.
It's missed his head, but he's still hitting him in the face with his...
No, it's a high shot all day.
Okay.
All right?
I'll wear that.
So, but that one is his shoulder...
Hitting him.
Hit him in the jaw.
So Cleary definitely... Yeah, those tackles are the same.
They're the same tackle, right?
Yeah.
Except one's a different camera angle to the other.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. One walks and one gets 2 weeks.
One's 2 weeks.
But
because Burns is a...
but this is the difference. Burns could challenge it, and if he wins, it's consistent. So Cleary fought it and won.
I don't agree. I don't agree.
That's a fact.
If you're the match review committee, right? Committee, and you go, that tackle there is exactly the same, and I've split the screen, as you can see, they're both the same.
But the match review committee did cite.
Do you know why they? I know, but when it went up to
upstairs,
yeah, and they went, no, you got no in half an hour, right? Because Ivan was
the representative.
Yeah, what a load of bullshit that is, right? And they all fell to their knees and blew him, right? Then the match review committee should be looking at this tackle and saying, well, if he took this up to the powers to be, he'll get off. So we won't charge him.
That's right. They should.
Right? You know why he got put in the bin? Because they said he left his feet. Does he look like he's left his feet there?
No, he didn't leave his feet.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
He shouldn't, mate.
But what I don't understand too, and unless they must have changed the rules, is Ponga didn't go off for a HIA.
Well, either did the greatest centre that's ever going to live.
But Macassini, he doesn't get concussed.
Right.
He's too good.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
He just doesn't feel it.
Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next tackle of another great athlete. Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Both those blokes should have been. Look at this thing.
So Steve Crichton, dead set, hit to the winger for the Dragons with a swinging arm to the temple.
To the cheekbone.
To the temple.
Smashed him.
As he was defenceless lying on the ground almost. And doesn't get cited.
No case.
Doesn't get binned. And it's a defenceless player. It's indisputable.
You
can't dispute it. But have you seen, Crichton did the same thing last year to the other Tigers centre, not the superstar, the old guy.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. Clean out.
Yeah.
didn't get suspended and didn't get binned. Steve Crichton at the moment, have you ever seen the movie The Last Boy Scout?
No.
All right. Can you have some homework? Go and watch The Last Boy Scout. One of the greatest movies of all time. And it's all about the NFL and free agency. All
Okay.
right. Last Boy Scout. The opening scene is an NFL player on the field running after he catches a pass, pulls out a gun, and shoots about 6 players.
Right.
Billy Cole.
Okay.
Billy Cole's his name. Steve Crichton could do Billy Cole and still not get suspended.
Yep.
They will not suspend him. They won't take him to task for anything. Last year there was an article, I think our really good friend Buzz Rothfield, who you made retire, he did a story about it saying basically he's Teflon. They will not touch him. And he's skating this really fine line and he still keeps getting away with it.
Yeah.
And I've said he's in the top 5 players in the NRL right now. By all accounts, the nicest guy on and off the field. But
Except if he's taking your head off.
But he will not. They won't suspend him.
So
and I
I'll
can't
ask you a
understand
question. If that was Kalen Ponga getting smacked over the head, does he get cited and suspended for that tackle?
As in, if
So does it matter
who they're hitting?
Who they're hitting?
I don't know, maybe.
Because I'm telling you
I don't
now,
know.
there seems to me that there's a mandate by the NRL to keep foul play and high shots. If you're not a representative player or the top tier player,
But again, the NRL's very quiet about that as well. They haven't addressed that at all,
Well,
and that will come back to bite them.
mate, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
That's absolute bullshit.
No, I agree.
And there's no way that Crichton should have stayed on the field.
No, I agree.
He didn't even get 10 minutes.
No, nothing.
You're lucky to get a penalty.
I'm glad he didn't get 10 minutes. He's in my super coach team. You get 15 points if he goes off.
True.
That it?
Anyway, that's it.
That's your rant.
Did you like it?
I like your rant. Can I do? I've got to address something. Firstly, in the Dogs game, I didn't talk about Supercoach. Damien Cook made 70 tackles and had a try assist. 70 tackles.
Yeah.
That's insane. Kickow had 2 line breaks, 8 tackle busts, 17 runs. He scored off the planet. And Jacob Carraz had 4 tries, 4 offloads, and 29 runs. For Supercoach points, that is absolutely insane. All right, so I'm going to finish. I've got a rant. I meant to do this early, but I won't do it as a rant. It's a story. Can I tell you a story?
Can you do your joke? The one that didn't.
I'll do that as well.
Yeah, do that as
All
well.
right, let me do my story. Okay? Ready? Good friend of the show, Jez, gay lover,
The gay lover, yeah.
has a son named Tom.
Yep.
Tom, nicest kid alive.
I know this show. Story, you go on.
Tom's the nicest fella you could ever meet, right? He's 21 years old. He's at uni. He's the kind of kid you want your daughter to bring home because he's respectful, he's nice, lovely.
Yep.
But you know, in old school video games where you click on a player and it'll say these are their strengths, and it's strength, intelligence, and this and that. These are their weaknesses. Tom's weakness is common sense.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a weakness.
I don't know this. I'm just saying yes.
Yes. Okay. Common sense, not so strong. I'm at their house on Saturday night.
I thought you were going to say talking to girls.
Part of. I'm at their house on Saturday night for Hayley's birthday. My daughter Brooke was there and Emily was there. She was the drunkest human there, as she tends to be. And we're leaving, and there are all these young ladies there. And I said to Tom, Tom, I'm going. I said, but mate, look, why don't you ever, talk to some of these girls? But why don't you have a crack? I said, I'm sure you'd be quite attractive to the opposite sex here. He goes, they got boyfriends. Some of them are boyfriends. I said, well, look, mate, why don't you just, go over, be the bartender, give them a few drinks and talk to them and that. And he looked at me and goes, should you be telling me that as a police officer? I said, I'm not telling you to get rapey. I'm just telling you to just get them a few drinks and, just have some conversation, get them a drink, sit down with them, have a drink, be nice.
Yeah, put some groundwork in for the future.
That's right. And he's like, yeah. Okay. Somehow, lost in translation was there were so many girls there. Tom thought he needed to do this with every girl and drink with them.
Right.
So for every drink he's getting, he's also having one. So he might get one girl, have a few drinks, she'd have a few sips, he's having the drink. Goes to the next one.
So
Tom,
he roofied himself.
He roofied himself. He passed out drunk, ended up vomiting at 1 a.m. and had to be driven to work the next day by his parents because he was too inebriated to drive himself.
Yep.
He literally roofied himself.
Yep. It was just the wrong way around.
Firstly, he asked me
get
about
rapey
getting
with
rapey. And the next thing he goes on about, Yeah, passing out because he misunderstood the logic in what I was telling you.
The assignment.
The assignment.
He misunderstood the assignment.
Do you want me to tell the joke?
I love the joke.
All right.
Go for it.
I think it's fitting too because there is someone who is engaged.
Yes.
So the story is about marriage, right?
Yep.
And it starts off, so Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
All right, we all know Adolf Hitler.
Yep.
Adolf Hitler, the
I'm
worst.
not a fan, by the way.
Not a fan. Worst person in humanity.
Wow, he's one of.
One of the worst people of humanity.
Genghis Khan's a bit more.
Do you want me to tell my joke?
and
Do you want me to tell my
rapey
joke, or you want to keep going?
Okay.
So Adolf Hitler declares war on humanity.
Yes.
Basically, goes to war with country after country, sends his own people to be killed, kills his own people, just declares war on everyone, kills millions and millions of people. He's bunkered down as the war's ending. It's closing in on him. He marries the love of his life. Finally gets married. The next day, he kills himself.
Yep.
What does that tell you about marriage?
It's tough.
Marriage is not easy, mate.
It's not easy.
And on that note, let's move on. All right, that's the show.
That's the show.
So, all right. That's it from us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you follow us on the gram at 2shitblokes. And don't forget, follow the podcast on Spotify so you never miss an episode. Thanks again to our sponsor, The Bloom Bar by Emily. And a big thanks to the Bella for letting us be here in the Hills podcast studio. We'll catch up next week. And remember, when it comes to our tips, you've all been warned. Except my tips, they're on fire. And as always, do better.
Do better, guys. Thank you.